If you've been watching YouTube videos in the self-improvement space lately, you may have seen these YouTubers talk about testosterone, how to improve your testosterone, why you would want high testosterone, the difference between high and low testosterone. But you may not have realized that there are things in your environment that are killing your testosterone levels without you even knowing. So in this video, I will show you 5 things that are destroying your testosterone levels without you knowing, so that you can join me and my subscribers in the race to becoming the best versions of ourselves. Now let's get on with it. The first one is soy. You may have heard of the term soy boy, used to describe a weak, feminine man, but you may not have really thought that soy can actually have an effect on you. Well, there's a reason the term soy boy is used, and this study proves it. In 2014, a study was conducted on 35 Japanese men. They consumed 1 cup of milk every day for 3 months, and then after the 3 months ended, they replaced the 1 cup of milk with 1 cup of soy milk, and they consumed that for another 8 weeks. After the end of the 8-week period, the 35 Japanese men had significantly increased estrogen levels than compared to after the 3 months. Now, why does this mean their testosterone went down? Well, estrogen and testosterone have a direct relationship. Estrogen is the female sex hormone, and testosterone is the male sex hormone. So, when estrogen goes up, testosterone goes down, and that's what happened to the men. But it also works the other way. When testosterone goes up, estrogen goes down. So when their estrogen levels went up, their testosterone sadly also went down. This shows that soy can actually have a testosterone lowering effect, and you should try to avoid it at all costs. Now, the second one is sugar. Now, little do you know, most of the things that you eat actually have sugar. Whatever, the chips, maybe even some of the meats that you eat at restaurants without you even knowing. They don't tell you they put sugar in it, but they really do. The seasonings mostly. Well, the reason sugar lowers testosterone was proved in this study. A study published in the in the journal Clinical Endocrinology showed that every 75 grams of sugar consumed, men's testosterone levels would go down by about 25%. That is about 1/4 of the starting testosterone level. They go down by 25% every 75 grams of sugar that you consume. That is absolutely crazy. So how can we try to fix this? Well, number one, if you're going to a restaurant and you're ordering some food, just ask the waitress if it has sugar in it, or refined sugar. Obviously, if it's fruit, that's okay. You should eat fruit. It has good fiber, good micronutrients, but refined sugar is what we really want to avoid. Natural sugar is fine for the most part, but refined sugar is what we're trying to avoid. Ask if there is any refined sugar in your food. Whenever you're eating a snack or a meal that is packaged, look at the ingredients. See how much added sugar is in it. Okay? That's an actionable step you can take the next time you eat something. But now let's go into number 3, which is plastics. Look around you. There are plastics everywhere. You probably have a plastic water bottle. You probably have a plastic phone case. You probably have a plastic keyboard. I mean, we kind of all do, right? The point is, there's plastics everywhere. But why should we avoid plastics for our hormones? Well, the reason is because there are 3 estrogenic chemical compounds in plastics. The first one is BPA, which the full name is bisphenol A. The second one is BPS, which is also known as bisphenol S. And the third one is phthalates. Now, these 3 chemicals have estrogenic-like compounds in them. And you may have heard of BPA, bisphenol A, free plastic. Now, let me tell you here the straight-up truth. BPA free plastic is complete bullshit, okay? Why? Well, the reason it is because when they remove the BPA, they have to add even more BPS. And BPS was proven to be slightly even worse than BPA. So the next time you go to buy some BPA-free plastic, just think about that, okay? It's just as worse as the plastic with the BPA, if not as worse. Now, that doesn't mean to buy regular plastics, okay? Just because the BPA-free plastic has more BPS. You should try to avoid all plastic that you can. Well, obviously, you really can't avoid all plastic in this day and age, but you can really try as hard as possible, and you can make some very good progress in avoiding all plastic. Now, what I like to do, buy a metal water bottle. That's a good investment to make. Get rid of your plastic water bottle. Don't use a phone case. I'm guilty of this. I have a phone case on right now because I do have a tendency to drop my phone a lot, but try not to use a phone case if you really don't have a tendency to drop your phone, just because the plastic, you're really holding your phone a lot. Everybody uses their phone, right? Some people less than others. Me, I don't use my phone as much as you probably. But the truth is, at least one time a day you're holding your phone, right? So you don't want to be holding plastic unless you really drop it. I really drop it a lot. But those are two things you can make. You can research into more replacements that you can make of plastic items. That's actually an actionable step you can take. Go research items that are plastic and then research replacements for those that are not plastic. Now, say another one, Tupperware. A lot of Tupperware is in plastic. Now, I really like to use glass Tupperware. I think that is very good. Slightly more expensive, but anything is worth it for your hormones. Because more testosterone you have, more masculine you are, the better you'll be at life, basically, as a man. So, like I was saying, there are things you can do, there are steps you can take to avoid plastics, but that is why we should avoid plastics, because they have those three chemicals. Let me remind you: BPA, BPS, and phthalates, okay? Now, the fourth one is your phone. Now, you might be confused why I've said that, but I have talked about this before in my other testosterone video, but I cannot emphasize enough how much putting your phone in your pocket affects your testosterone levels and even your sperm fertility. Now, the thing is, when you put your phone in your front pocket, specifically your front pocket, it is basically in contact with your balls. There's like a little bit of fabric in between, but it's basically in contact with your balls. And the problem with this is the radiation from your phone, which people have not known about for such a long time. And I always see people, guys specifically, putting their phone in their front pocket, and it's radiating their balls, and it's killing their sperm without them even knowing. Think about that for a minute. It is killing their sperm. And no one talks about this. Absolutely no one talks about this. That's crazy. Just imagine in the future, you find a beautiful woman, you marry her, and you want to have children. But then you can't, because this whole time you've been keeping your phone in your front pocket, and it's been killing your sperm without you even knowing. That is a heart-wrenching reality. Imagine your future son or future daughter never being born just because you kept your phone in your front pocket. How do we fix this? Well, there's two ways that I like. The first way is the one that I follow. If you have a back pocket, slide your phone in your back pocket. It is as simple as that. Slide your phone in your back pocket and keep it there. Become a habit. But if you don't have back pockets, what you can do instead is just carry your phone by your side. Grab your phone, carry it by your side. Simple as that. Because the further away your phone is from your balls, the better it will be. So back pocket, it's kind of touching your ass, but your ass is not going to be affected because it doesn't produce any hormones. But like I was saying, do not keep your phone in your front pocket. Keep that in mind for the rest of your life, okay? But now let's go on to our final one. And this might be the most obvious one, but let me explain. It is bad sleep. Now, your testosterone is getting the most production during when you're sleeping. When you're sleeping, your testosterone is being produced the most. So we want to have good sleep. But the thing is, the shorter you sleep, the less testosterone production you're getting. And we want more testosterone production, right? We want to be able to produce more testosterone, not less. Because you can go ahead and research all the benefits of high testosterone. We want high testosterone. That's why you're watching this video. You want to improve your testosterone. So sleep more, and also the quality of your sleep will affect your testosterone. So we want to sleep more and have better sleeping conditions, okay? Now, how we can improve our sleep conditions. There are a few products you can use. I've linked 2 of them in the description of this video. One of them is a sleeping mask. Just put it over your eyes. It blocks out all the light, so your melatonin will be produced correctly, and you can sleep in and the sunlight won't wake you up, right? Now, the second one is a sunrise alarm clock. Now, why do we want a sunrise alarm clock? Well, it's because it regulates our circadian rhythm. Now, our circadian rhythm is this 24-hour cycle in our body that primarily responds to light. So, when our body is woken up to some noisy, blaring alarm and it's still dark out, our body's going to think we should still be sleeping. Because we probably should, but we have responsibilities, right? We have to wake up, work, or school. So a sunrise alarm clock is an amazing way to wake up, because then, even if it's not natural sunlight, your body will still think that you should be awake because it is woken up by light. And like I said, the circadian rhythm primarily responds to light. Okay? So that is a great investment you can make. Those 2 are great investments. And go watch my other testosterone video. That has some good advice in there. It's called 3 Amazing Ways to Boost Your Testosterone Levels. And as always, I love you, bro. Don't become wasted potential. Mwah.